Host community, a lot has been said about it. A lot of figures have been bandied around as the desirable figure. Some say 10%. There are some extremists who even say 100%. Some say 25%. But what is the philosophy? I just want us to understand the philosophy behind the PIB and the times in which we stand. Today, we are in the last mile of the oil economy. That is common knowledge to everybody. That means more than ever before, we are in a race to produce as much oil as we have, as we can. Because in the end, if global trends overtake us, there will still be oil in the ground, but there will be no market for that oil. After all, coal didn't finish in the ground before they moved away from coal. So we are in that race to produce as much oil as we can now. Now, as a country, we have a direction that we are going to. So right now, if you talk about the 3% in the bill, for us in the Niger Delta, I asked them, 3% of something, is that not better than 100% of what you don't know? What we want to achieve, the philosophy behind this bill, is to attract investors to Nigeria, to produce as much of this crude in the ground as possible. Now, that is what we want to achieve. So we must measure everything against this philosophy. So as the Niger Delta, if activities are not going on, because investors look at the numbers and the numbers don't add up. Because when you say 3%, or you say 5%, or you say 100%, where will the investors charge it to? Are they going to charge it to their profit or to the operational cost? These charges all go to the operational cost. And today we already have a lot going in there. You have the 3% to NDDC. You have 1% to TED Fund. You have another percentage to NCDMB. All that goes into the production cost and hikes the production cost. So you have a situation where the production cost is going up. So you must be very mindful of heaping up more cost on that operational cost. Now, this 3% will also go on top of everything that is being deducted from the operational cost, from the operational side. So where do you want to get the benefit from? You take it from the operational side, you will see the effect of it on the profit. Because you have already taken it from the operational cost. Your operational costs go up, your profits will reduce. So it's just a matter of cutting your nose to spite your face. So now, if because of that, investors say, okay, look, the operational cost in this territory is too high, so we can't go there. There are too many deductions, and there's too many things to be deducted, so we won't come. Then there will be no investment. Then you can have 100%, and there is nothing to get because there is no investment. Now, that is one part of the story. Yeah, the other part of it is that the Frontier Exploration Fund, I always say, those who are talking about frontier exploration, what is what do we want? What is frontier exploration in the first instance? Frontier exploration are areas where we have prospects, but we've not been able to find oil. And everybody, every frontier territory is aspiring to be a host community, isn't it? Because you go to the frontier territory, you look for oil. When you find oil, that frontier territory becomes a host community. And the frontier territories are not only in one area of the country. There are frontier territories in Cross River State, frontier territories in the Northeast, frontier territories in the Southwest. So when people just locate frontier territory in one part of the country and say, oh, it is only in the North, then it is not so. So we must come together as a country, frontier and host communities. And for host communities, you must realize that in the end, it's about the philosophy is to bring investments to this territory, where investors have not been for a long time, because there has been no new investment for a long time. Look at where we are. We've had about 37 billion barrels reserve. For the past 10 years, we have not added to our reserves. And our production, which was going towards almost 3 million, started even going down at some point until we started doing some work here. So we need to bring some vigor into this industry. We cannot go back to where we are coming from. Let's look forward as a country. We cannot just be parochial. We cannot say, okay, this part of this country or this part of the... We must look at Nigeria first. Who is the one that is gaining? And I think in this case, it is Nigeria that is the ultimate beneficiary.